Hello guys and welcome to a new Steel Division video today by me Vulcan. Today I have for you a 2 versus 2 on Pointe du Hoc, and in this one I'm going to be using the 1st SSB. On my team today I have Mifiu, who is going to be using the 4th Armoured, and on the opposing side today we have Sash D and Blighty, who are using the 12th SS Panzer and the 2nd Panzer. So, with this division, I am planning to push relatively hard in the early game with the Sherman 2s, but we'll have to see exactly what happens. I do also have a bunch of Centaurs, but I don't think the 1,200 meter range is going to be particularly useful on a map such as Pointe du Hoc, where the hedgerows are very close together. So it will likely come down to a combination of the Sherman 2s and also the Humber Mark 3s. Those Humber Mark 3s do come in at the 2-star veterancy, so can be extremely strong, and I'm going to be bringing both of those down at the start on this right side. Accompanying those, I am going to make sure that I have some artillery, the mortar at least, so that I can pin down and smoke off my units. Not pin down my units, pin down enemy units, including enemy AT, and yeah, smoke my units. I'm just going to move those up and they can drop off some recon for us. Then we're going to have some recon on the left side. That can go into this tree line. And I might have some here as well to kind of cover off this entrance through the trees just here. So Sherman 2 is definitely going to be part of my start, and I'm going to move the Commando 6 squad up into this building. And the reason I'm choosing this building is because they can help us cover the ground to the right side very well, but also combat units that come through the tree line at close range. So Commando 6, Sherman 2, 2 Humber Mark 3s is a very, very strong start. We are going to need some command, so let's make sure we bring in that. I'm going to bring in command for the units on the right side, that's the mortar and the recon and the Humber, and we'll bring in some command for the left side as well. Then left I have enough for maybe like a commando support. I'm not sure if this is going to get close enough though. I might be tempted to actually go for a unit that will be better off at close range, because there's a good opportunity for them to actually get into these buildings before us, and if they do, then I don't want to be short. So let's just bring in the commando assaults and we'll push up to that building, and then we can use line of sight to kind of jump in and out if we have to. Let's move them to this front. All of that infantry all the way up. Numbers can be behind, and the mortar behind that, and the Sherman. And on that left side, I do actually need something here. I guess I could just go for a commando leader for now, because these recon won't hold the front line otherwise. So yeah, I'm going to make sure that I have that in place. So Mifiu is sending some stuff to the center, which is good. This is kind of the center. I think this is actually the center here, but this building is actually quite important to occupy because it does prevent units from coming through the road in the middle.
We can give some fire support, sir.
Back on Pointe du Hoc today, which is one of my favorite 2v2 maps because of how it is laid out and how the roads work. Like, there's a lot of nice areas in between the roads where you can sort of play some off-road sort of gameplay, especially for example on this left side. It's really interesting, like the different dynamics that you have to work around. I'm going to have to solidify this left side probably with a couple of infantry squads if it comes under pressure, but for now I'm just putting a lot of effort into this right side, which is often what my opponent will also do, so I do have to be a little bit careful. You can see the front line is squeezing quite hard, and there we go. No surprises.
Where do you need us?
Okay, let's just make sure we get into the building. Put them on to return fire. Let's have the Humber come out. And we're getting the shots onto the Panzergrenade. So this is what I was saying about cutting off these units as they come across. Very important that I do so. But that is probably a Panzer IV, right, at the start, so... yeah, we're in a pretty tough position. I'm going to have to find a way to deal with that. We'll probably go for the commando tank busters. Let's move the Sherman round. It can probably snapshot these half-tracks at least. Load these units. Okay, let's try that again. See if we can get the shot onto the Panzer IV. It just fired, so... oh no, the crew wound. That is awful. I don't have any smoke because the recon's pinned down. I guess I could have used the mortar. Oh, bummer. That is rough. That is really rough. I could have had the mortar firing at the Panzer IV as well. That would have been so useful. Just go in and out there. Yeah, that mortar would have done the job. Such a dummy. Mistakes were made. Like, let's bring in the other Sherman and let's not make the same mistake twice. Okay, we took out the Stern Pioneers, that's good. Just get them into cover. Maybe take out those speed troop as well. Thank you. Commando 6 squad has saved our bacon so much. Because if I'd lost the Sherman 2 and that Commando 6 squad was not in that position, we would have just completely lost the front. Bring in the Duck. I need to make sure this 3-inch mortar has all of its ammo. Or, like, it needs all the ammo it can get. As I'm going to keep trying to pin this Panzer IV.
Panzers are dead if we get close enough. Got something for us, sir?
The half-track's coming close. Bit of a risk, actually.
We'll be as discreet as possible. At your orders, Captain. On the road again.
See if we can get into range with these commando tank busters. We're going to need some more commando tank busters on this left side, so we'll bring those up there, and I'll bring in some commando supports just for the longer range engagement. Okay. Managed to miss 2 Piats. Good job, tank busters.
My staff and myself are ready, sir. I'm running out of ammo. It will be faster on the road.
The Blighty's really trying to put us under some pressure here, but not going to be able to. And it's fine. Clean that up nicely.
Are you sure it's safe there? At your service, sir. Reverse, but keep facing the enemy.
The track will damage. Do we have any smoke? God, that is unlucky. Wow. It was a 2-star Panzer IV, but still. That is pretty nuts. Okay, with his MG, it's not going to do the job. We can pin down that Panzergrenade in the open if we can, and I can just run him down with the Jeep.
Taxi ready. We can't go any faster than that.
Yep, that's good. We are good to go.
Sergeant Highway, this is a story you
Okay, so we're breaking through here. That's good. Losing both my Shermans early on is putting us at risk. That's for sure.
Maneuvering into attack run. Need a ride. Nice shot.
Okay, good. Let's get those commando tank busters out of the tree line.
Let's move. Red 1, ready for action.
We don't want to pin down our own commando leader. Nearly did.
Fire at close range. I don't like giving up.
These guys into cover. Good. Found that salient. Very nice.
Need a ride.
It looks like Miffy is doing a great job on the left side.
Roger, redeploying.
More anti-tank, please.
Anti-tank team operational. I'm running out of ammo. Office is ready.
Okay, there we go. That's those dealt with.
Close enough.
There's the tank busters back again. Just got to keep running backwards and forwards right now.
We'll be as discreet as possible. Commandos, march!
What I might be able to do is get the Commando 6 in behind this building and kill the Panzergrenführer.
Piats ready. Got it.
Yep, we got him.
Years for this.
That's going to be the speed troop dealt with.
Commando,
Commando 6 needs to fall back.
oh, shit.
Got a couple more Commando tank busters on the way, haven't we? Now that M8 cavalry might actually be able to find the kills here.
Ready. Assault formation on me.
It's already aiming the right direction. Got the aim time. That is rough.
New orders, skipper. Affirmative.
Go on, tank busters, don't miss. Nice. Good shot indeed.
Over. I'm listening.
Right, let's just unload another tank buster and have them start running up behind.
Close range. Targeting enemy vehicle.
Go on, don't miss. Come on.
Let's move, but don't reveal our position.
Did we get it? I think we did. Yeah, nice. Both the Panzer IVs are down.
We need to fire
Phew.
at close range.
But we managed to fight back. Let's get those fugitive marines in here. I need my infantry. We've been completely neglecting it because I realised that if I had brought it up, that I would have lost it very easily.
We can give some fire support, sir. Okay. One more hit and we're done.
Oh wow, that's just rude. Let's bring up some Bofors. And then we can start to use the Wildcats a bit more liberally.
Waiting for target, sir. I'm running out of ammo. I'll be there soon. This is a story you'll tell your
Stern
grandchildren.
Pioneers dealt with. I have a very limited amount of Stern Pioneers, so it's not too bad.
Extra firepower? Okay.
Move this mortar back. I was going to buy up another Wildcat. We're into phase B, and it looks like Miffy would like to make a push with a bunch of Stuarts. Well, it would be my first choice, but I'm kind of waiting on the Sherman here. Left just enough points so that I could afford one.
Royal Air Force rules the sky.
That Hawker Wolf comes near my spawn again. I'm going to bring out both of the Wildcats.
We've been training years for this. To all units, enemy sighted. Roger, heading to 360.
I guess that's good timing.
Maneuvering into attack run. Sir? Get out, now. Just point the target. I can't go any faster than that.
And there is the Panzer III. No fun.
Everybody out. Commodore, push it. Orders for two. At your orders.
Yeah, so this is the issue. I guess we can smoke that off.
Get out, now. Ready, sir.
Maybe should have done that earlier. Have these guys
That's an order.
leave. Get those both as unloaded. And the next time that Focke-Wulf comes in.
Piat's ready. Let's move, but don't reveal our position.
I mean, I should really be shooting those, but I'm not going to bother.
Commando, à vos ordres.
Get the artillery to pin those as they decide to unload. Got the Commando 6 squad attacking from that side as well, which is good. Will he expect the train of Stuarts, though? That is the question. We're going to bring in the Hellcat as well to rocket this Panzer III. Here we go. The M5A1 spam coming through. This is ridiculous. Goodbye, Sturm Grenadiers. And let's push up. Time to break through. Wow. So, if you're completely neglecting, that is fine. Let's stop mortaring his tanks. Let's continue up with the infantry. We're going to try and take advantage of this as much as possible. As well bring in the 3rd Royal Marine.
Tank busters ready. Let's go, Lieutenant. Waiting for target, sir. Red 1, ready.
And let's bomb these Aufklärer
Maneuvering into attack run.
and take out the Panzergrenz there as well. Actually, let's focus whatever this 2-man squad is. Oh, it's another Aufklärer.
I'm out. Over. I got a hit.
It's just annihilating the recon there. That's good.
Mayday.
That Focke-Wulf is going to be able to shoot down one of the Wildcats at least.
Yes, sir. We'll be as discreet as possible. We need to fire at close range.
Okay, time to keep pushing up with the infantry.
We can give some fire support, sir.
And we don't have any, like, anti-tank. So,
Go and shoot anything that moves.
I guess we'll just have to buy more Commando tank busters.
Ah, il fait meilleur ici qu'en Afrique.
Let's bring in some Commando tank busters to the left side. I think this will be good for stopping the push that's coming through here. Didn't actually lose that Wildcat in the end. Managed to get away, which is really nice. Well, quite what I want to do with these Royal Marines though, since they're not going to be able to go through that left side.
Yes, sir.
That mortaring ramch. Well, Abrams managed to take out the Boyter Cromwell at close range. Panzergrenz trying to get close for the Panzerfaust. Gonna work. Here comes the Stuart train. Behind the Panzergrenz in the mid. Very nice. Let's get the mortar to attack those guys. I mean, honestly, if I could, like, counter push, that would be great. Yeah, let's just have these guys go ham, because that lightning's gonna kill off a lot of those guys. Fantastic. And that's gonna be Blighty surrendering. Wow, okay. He's gone. All over.
Yes, sir.
Stuart Rush did the job, and a couple of Stuarts going to be finishing off the ranch, and Royal Marines weren't even needed.
Loud and clear. Okay, Control. How bad is the yak-yak over there?
That Focke-Wulf is so fast, there's no way I'm catching that. Maybe the Hellcat can. The Hellcat's actually pretty fast as well. Not managed to escape in time.
At your service, sir. Bandit ahead. Ready to engage. Copy that. Looking for enemy planes. It's a long way.
Right, can we maybe reach it all the way to that building? Be good if we could. That'd be a bit risky, especially with this tank coming down the road.
Get out.
Unload. Move out of line of sight. Just made it. And we'll run straight towards the building.
Everybody out.
These two can kind of push through towards this forested area.
Something for us, sir.
Be careful. Enemies nearby.
That is actually a artillery piece, a Vespa.
Royal Marines ready to fight.
Go on, Royal Marines, don't miss.
Waiting for orders.
Panzer IV. Let's unload these guys on the left.
Everybody out.
Anti-tank team
I
operation.
think I lost the Royal Marines without unloading them. We got the engine destroy there onto the Panzer IV. We killed it off. We've cut off the land spawn, so that's good.
Sharpen your knives, lads.
Go on, Piat.
Down.
Nice. Job done. All these guys should be pushing up with us.
As you command, sir. We can't go any faster than that. Take care, boys. One less hunt.
Good show. The Willys MMG actually took out those pioneers there.
Got it.
Took out some Panzergrens with the commanded tank busters as well. Let's fill out this left side a bit.
We need more feet
Bring in
here.
those Shermans.
We've been training years for this.
Alright, so let that get into the range, and then we'll just grenade it to death.
He's down.
Good.
More hit and we're done.
Now poor Willys MMG went down.
Tank busters ready. Panzers are dead if we get close enough.
Here comes the M5A1s. This is like literally a 4th armored M4A1 deck. That is pretty nuts.
Your orders, Captain. Enemy engaged.
Waiting for target, sir.
Okay, here comes the Wildcats.
I'm out. Over. I'm attacking. Control.
PS ready.
Oh, that bombing strike just annihilated that unit. Okay. Have the Wildcat go over for this Focke-Wulf.
I'm out. Over.
Might be able to kill it if we intercept. Nah, it's just way too fast.
What are the orders?
Alright, we'll just go for the strafing run onto the Panzergrenfjäder then.
Bitte, nicht schießen. Ammo check.
New orders, Skipper?
Let's keep an eye on this side.
We can't
I'm
go
gonna
faster than that.
just rush towards the Panther D, see if we can get that kill. Surprised that Sash D also hasn't decided to surrender at this point, because we are all over them like a rash.
Ready for action. Ausboten! Waiting for coordinates. Chasing some scalps. Go on, Control. That's a flamer. Copy that. At your service, sir. To all units. Enemy sighted. Red 1 attacking. Okay, Control. Copy, leader.
Find another sea fire.
I'm hit.
Ah, game over. I think I would have lost my sea fire if that continued, but that's 21 minutes and 24 seconds. That is victory. Nice job by Miffy there with the 4th armored Stuart push. 2,110 kills to 625 losses. 1,310 kills to 700 losses for myself. I should have been mortaring that Panzer IV early. Like, if I'd mortared the Panzer IV, then I could have just killed it with the Sherman. Like, I wouldn't have even have to worry about being fired on, because it would have been pinned down. That was pretty dumb. But there we go. Panzer IV in the end, got the better of my Humbers, killed off the Sherman 2. What did we lose the other Sherman 2? Ah, okay, the 2nd Panzer IV killed that off. In general, a rather memey game, but still quite a fun one to play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.